Oh, smell like doodle. Who was on here before? Gosh, we're gonna get through this now, okay? Hi, everyone. Welcome to What's in Your Closet.
What's in your closet?
Let me see.
Talking fashion, sex, and drama. Let's spill tea.
Spill the tea. Ooh, let's get messy. Right here on your TV.
Okay.
Let me tell you, it's finally happening. The Ricky Davista podcast. I mean, we've been talking about this podcast for years. I'm sick of it. I finally found a great team. They put that fire under my ass, and we have got the podcast for the world. As you know, and if you don't know, I'm Ricky Davista, originally from Connecticut, left Connecticut about 10 years ago to pursue my career as a more elevated celebrity stylist and also get into podcasting and my own show. You know, I used to be on the radio back in Connecticut, Hot 93.7, shout out to them. I did a segment called Trendy Tuesdays where I would discuss reality TV recaps, hot ghetto mess. If you looked a mess, I was out at the clubs, I was out at events, I was calling you out and just being who I am. But we're fast forwarding and now we're here finally at the What's in Your Closet podcast by me, Ricky Davista. Now, the intention of the show, you know, because it's me, when you see what's in your closet, they're going to automatically think, oh, it's something about DL or, you know, him calling men out. It's not that case. I didn't say who's in your closet. It's called what's in your closet. So that could be shoes, bags, clothing, men, women, sex, politics, drugs, you name it. So, you know, that's what I'm bringing to you guys. But it's not going to be your average podcast. You guys just have to stay tuned, keep up with me, and I'm telling you, I promise you, I'm going to give you guys the best podcast ever. So, I mean, everybody knows I'm heavy into fashion, right? I just love fashion. Paris Fashion Week, the men's fashion week. Amazing. Let me tell you, I'm going to speak it into existence. I'm going to be there next year. I will be in Paris for Men's Fashion Week. The biggest, most talked about, of course, was LV with Pharrell. That was amazing, very much tailored. Models looked great. Handbags looked amazing. I definitely want to cop a few pieces. Willie Shavara, his show also, amazing. Like, just the whole aesthetic of it, the style, the fit, it's just so good. Okay, then we have we had the Grammys as well. Honey, we just got to give a round of applause for Miss Tiana Taylor, okay? Tiana Taylor is all over the place right now. Her team is doing such an amazing job, but baby, did y'all get into that Tom Ford dress? I mean, it was cut out here, cut out there. I want me a Tiana Taylor body. I probably got to lay on the table for that, honey, because I hate the gym. I'm not doing Ozempic, so I'm going to have to lay on the table to get Tiana Taylor body. So, you know, maybe next year I'll have that for you guys. And also, speaking of Tiana Taylor, last night she was at one of the Super Bowl parties sponsored by Tom Brown, her and her two daughters. Amazing. Everybody was dressed head to toe Tom Brown, but because she had the kids with her, that made her moment viral, looked amazing. So again, shout out to Tiana Taylor. You better do it, honey. Now I want to get into athletes and fashion. So I do style a few athletes. I'm not going to say their name right now, but we'll get into that later on. The biggest thing right now is the guys. Well, no, let's go back. Before, athletes were never into fashion at all. Now you see them everywhere. The tunnel looks, Instagram, blitz fits, league fits. They are going all in with their fashion. Number one thing is the accessory. Now, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, men shouldn't wear handbags, men shouldn't wear clutches, blah, 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 blah. But that is the statement. You see these athletes in Hermes bags, Bottega, Goyard to finish their look, and it's everything. I mean, me personally, I don't think it take away their masculinity, but of course with social media, you know, you're going to have that. They're also doing a lot of crop looks, a lot of flare denim, suiting, very tailored. It's just the men in football, especially, have taken over the fashion market, and I think it looks great for sure. And then you have fashion and music. You have from your, whew, it's so many. I mean, fashion is just everywhere right now. We love fashion. There's some stuff we don't like, which we're gonna discuss. There's some stuff we do love, and that's from hair, makeup, down to the shoes. My guy Tyrod Taylor, every single thing that man puts on is sickening. And fellas, if you want to know how a nice tailored suit looks, or shirt, or pants, whatever, check out Tyrod Taylor. He is one of the best dressed athletes in fashion, sports right now. We cannot leave out our guy Stephon Diggs. Now, people got everything to say about him and how he dressed and blah, blah, blah. Stephon Diggs be killing it. Did y'all see him in that Chanel? What man is pulling off Chanel like that? Yo, shout out to Stephon Diggs. Stephon, he comes through. The other day he made this, it was a viral moment. He had on a fur coat with the fur boots to match. And everybody has something to say, it's feminine, it's da-da-da. He's wearing Cardi's clothes, blah, blah, blah. Stephon, keep doing you, making those fashion statements. You are killing the game right now, okay? Shout out to also Wendell Carter. He's a basketball player. His fashion is amazing too. The list can go on and on with these guys in sports. They have taken over. As far as the rappers, we got Gunna. Gunna looks amazing now. He lost that weight. He's in the gym. His style is effortless. And then I love Lil Baby too. Lil Baby, he's more of like your ERD, your Chrome Hearts, but he is sick. The way he put his stuff together, sick. And he said he don't got no stylist. Does he? Do he? Is Jada his stylist? Low key? We'll never know. But he gets it. He definitely gets it. I got some women too, ladies. I ain't gonna leave y'all out. Let's start with the CEO baddies of them all, Miss Natalie Nunn. She always in LV, she always in Chanel, she always in Bottega. She got her concert looks too. But Natalie, she has really expanded, and I love her for that. She looks amazing. You know who else is just effortless from when we was kids till now, and she don't age? Miss Nia Long. Let's give her, yes, Nia Long, honey. Nia is, she's so good. Her style is just effortless. And she's coming out in the movie, April. She's going to be in the Michael Jackson movie playing his mom. We can't wait to see that. And also, let's talk about the people behind the scenes, not even behind the scenes, but just behind the magic of, with these artists, with these players, that, the stylists, they have to go to showrooms, they have to build connections, they have to build trust. It's not all glitz and glam, trust me. Take it from me. I've been doing this for quite a while. It's a lot of work, but the outcome is amazing. Let's start with Harrison. Harrison is an amazing stylist. Shout out to Harrison. We're going to shine our light on him. We're going to that. Also, Nia Ashley. Nia Ashley is killing the scene. I think she does mostly women, but everything she does, just everything she puts together, even if it doesn't match the colors and stuff, it just flows really well. So yes, Nia Ashley. And last but not least, let's shout out EJ King. EJ is responsible for a lot of Tiana Taylor looks, which has been amazing. And his work, I've been following him for a while now, never fails. Yes, EJ, keep up the good work, guys.
What's in your closet?
Let me see.
Talking fashion, sex, and drama.
I want to get into hustle now. Hustle is, it could be defined as so many things, but I want to get into the hustle of everything. First and foremost, I have to give homage to my late mother, Lois Davis Keating.
Good afternoon. My name is Lois Keating, and my heart's desire is to continue my spiritual walk. I have two wonderful sons, Ricky and Noel.
So when I hear the word hustler, hustle, whatever you want to call it, the definition to me of a hustler is somebody working 24/7 nonstop, and it pays off. You just got to put in the work. And let's not leave out the neighborhood hustlers. Now, let me tell y'all, okay, so Going back to my parents also used to own a club in Connecticut. Shout out to the Frontline Cafe. It was the #1 club in Connecticut. I used to have to going back to hustling. I used to have to leave work, go open the club, set up the club. Sometimes my parents won't even come, shady, leave me there to run the club, do bank deposits, just run and get ice, run to the liquor store, work the liquor deliveries. Honey, I'm telling you, I am a natural hustler. But this leads to say that, there used to be hustlers around me, even at the club. You had your drug dealers, you had your women hustlers, you had all of them. And I used to just sit and watch these people make that money or just hustle and make that grind. And it just used to put fire under me like, this is what I want. I have a hustle. I am a true hustler. And, you can never forget your neighborhood hustlers as a child. And even as an adult, you see them and you remember that's where you got your hustle from. Also, we got some other hustlers too. Shout out to the hustlers that do the legitimate food drives. I'm not talking about collecting all this food and taking it back to feed your family. I'm talking about the community, okay? I'm talking about people standing in line and you giving them the food, from the blood drives to the cancer foundations to, you name it. So those are also hustlers too. Ooh, all right, now let's get into some topics, honey, some funny topics. We're gonna start this off with pet peeves, okay? Honey, I have so many pet peeves. Y'all might as well get your pen and paper ready. We gonna mix it up. We're gonna do men, we're gonna do women. We're not just gonna focus on women, and we're not just gonna focus on men. So, chip nail polish, pet peeve of mine, okay? Ladies that wear open-toe sandals or shoes with bare toenails, oh, that grinds my gears. Put at least clear nail polish on them feet, honey. And if you do have nail polish on your feet and you're exposing them, I don't want to see the nail polish starting from the middle of your toe all the way down the street, honey, okay? I want you to get that feel as well as your nails too, okay? Men and women are biting of the fingernails. I think that is so nasty. You put your fingers everywhere, your hands everywhere. You're actually putting that in your mouth. Nasty. Men, the receding hairlines gotta go. If you gotta get a hair unit, get a hair unit or go bald, okay? The receding hairline needs to stop. Also, since we're on them, I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna just flow with this. The sagging of the jeans. We are now, 30 plus. Pull your pants up, okay? Nobody wanna see your dirty, nasty underwear with your jeans sagging. Grow up. Let's please dead that. Please. Ladies. The wigs and the weaves, okay? The wigs, first of all, that look very wiggy and straight out of a pack at your local drugstore, let's burn those, okay? Because if I see one, I'm gonna pull it off and burn it myself. Let's get rid of those. Let's get rid of them, okay? Let's get rid of the baby hairs that start right here at your forehead and go all the way down to your eyebrow. You can see. Hold on, let me take my glasses. They go all the way down to your eyebrow. Please stop it. That's just tacky. It's distasteful, and it looks a mess. Also, the leave out. When you have a weave, okay, make sure the leave out matches the wig, honey. We don't want to see that nappy, nasty leave out with a straight wig or straight weave. It's very tacky. Let's leave it and let's leave it all the way back there, please. Also, ladies, I gotta say this: when you're going out to when you're going out to a club, we don't need you to have no big old handbag with your dress in the club. That's so tacky. And also, get a coat. What's up with y'all with coats? Like, why do you have on a bubble coat with a New Year's Eve dress in the club? Make it make sense. And fellas, you don't need to have on a bubble coat in a club either, because if I'm going out and I see a man in a bubble coat, honey, I'm running or I'm going to security, because what you got in there? Why do you have on a bubble coat in a club? And the club be hot. Make it make sense. Leave it in your closet, honey.
What's in your closet?
Let me see.
All right, y'all. I want y'all to know some things that I like, okay? Besides men. Seafood. Love seafood. So if you're watching this, if you want to sponsor some seafood and have a tray right here for me of a seafood boil and some crab legs, king crab. I don't do snow crab, okay? No shade, but no snow crab. Hit me up. I love seafood. You want me to come to your seafood restaurant? I'm there. Bills on you, of course. I also love feet. I don't know where this came from, y'all. You see how excited I get? And I'm not talking about women's feet, honey. I'm talking about men's feet. Now, I do want to say, though, fellas, if you got nice feet, you can send those DMs my way. It's to the point where, like, if I see a man on social media or anywhere in a picture, I'm going to take my 2 fingers and I'm going to zoom in and I'm looking at them feet. I love men with nice feet. It just does something to my mind, body, and soul. But we're going to get off of that before I get a little too excited. But I love feet. Now, you guys are going to think I'm crazy for this next one, but I love sniffing. And I'm not talking about coke, so don't even go there. I'm talking about scents. Like, I like sniffing seats. Like, if you get up and you get your ass up out of a seat and you go to the bathroom or something, I'm going to go right over there and I'm going to smell it. If I go to your bathroom and I see the rags hanging from the shower or your towels like behind the door, I'm sniffing that too. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know where this came from, but it's been since a child. When I remember I told y'all my mother used to do hair. She was a beautician. Honey, she used to do a lot of the church women. Shout out, glory be thy name. But when them late, and y'all know them church women got some fat asses, honey. When they used to get up to go to the dryer or whatever, get their hair washed, I was sniffing their seats, okay? And my mother used to catch me. She used to always say, you know what, one day you gonna sniff the wrong thing and just, I don't know, it's so crazy, y'all. I don't know where this came from, but I just love smells. Which brings me to now my luxury fragrances. I am heavy into luxury fragrances. I love the smell of fragrance. You know, everywhere I go, they're like, oh my God, you smell so good. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what it is. Maybe you could help me, comments, DM, something. But yeah, I'm going to sniff your smells. Now, let's get into a little bit of dating. Everybody always asks me, oh, why are you single? Why you don't post who you with on social media? Because it's none of y'all business. You don't know if I'm single or not. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe one day I'll tell the world. But how I used to meet guys and how I meet guys now is very different. So before, when I, finally came to who I am, I was very shy. I was very bookworm. I know you guys probably can't believe it, especially if you know me, you know my personality. But it was more so like if the guy come on to me, I'm not coming on to no guys at all. That's just not in me. That's not in my character. And then you had the apps come along. We know like the Grindr and the Jack. And honey, I done had my Grindr and Jack days, honey. If you know, you know, it's, child. A lot goes on in the apps, honey, but we'll elaborate, down the line. But now in this day and age, I'm the type that I'm sliding in your DMs. I'm liking 30, 40 pictures. So if you see, why is this man liking all my pictures? You know what it is. You know what time it is. And I'm not afraid to slide in your DM. I'm not afraid or embarrassed of you to screenshot it and post it like, oh, look who in my DMs. I don't care. I'm a grown ass man, child. It really doesn't bother me. Or just going out, going to these high class places and sitting at the bar looking cute. Child, I might even bring one of my cute girlfriends, to play it off as like a decoy, you want to call it? And, we're really there for me, but, who doesn't want to see some eye candy? So it's just, different ways that Ricky Davista pulls them. But just know, I pull them. Thank you. Speaking of dating back then, so, we also had the chat line. Shout out to the chat line. Don't act like y'all was never on them chat lines, honey. My name was Untouchable. It was to the point that I got a velour suit. Remember velour suits back in the day, the track suits? Remember getting your stuff airbrushed? I had my name airbrushed on the back of my tracksuit. It was that serious, okay? So me and my homies, what we used to do is sound like girls on these chat lines. So, yeah, what I have this Untouchable, Oh, but y'all get it, right? So used to sound like a female and, tell these dudes like what I could do to them, all that. But remember, it's all in the girl voice. And then when we go private, because you can do a private line, yeah, what up, this really Rick, that girl. Well, where's the girl that I was talking to? Oh, she disappeared. But it was really me. So, that was back then, the data was just crazy. But I definitely remember the chat lines, honey. Shout out to the chat lines. That's what got my ass in trouble. So let's get into partying, because, honey, partying and clubbing and all that, it has changed, honey. Back in the day, we used to go out and see. I started late, but because I was young, but I started late. So I remember going to the clubs, either gay or straight, and just having a ball, drinking, using my friend's ID, sweating. You come out the club, clothes is drenched. You don't care about nothing that you got on, whatever. Now, it's insane. Now it's like nobody dances. Everybody is in the corners, or you got 10 to 15 dudes and one VIP with one hookah, which we're going to discuss that later on too. No fly bitches in the section, or you got girls just, they're not dancing with the men anymore. What's going on in the club scene? Honestly, for me, I don't even do clubs anymore. It's like more so lounges. And also, I'm not standing in lines. Number one, I don't do that. And if I do go to a club, I need to have the VIP set up. I'm one of the girls, so I am not splitting the bill. I am not putting no money on in the bill. None of that. So don't look for me for that. I'm going to bring the eye candy. I'm going to bring the girls. But even with that, it's just like these men now, they aren't spending. I don't know what's going on in this world today, but partying has changed so much. But like I said, we do lounges or even house parties now. Just go to the house and chill and do the hookah, have a few cocktails, heavy on the cock. And yeah, that's our partying and our generation now, because everything else is done.
Ricky Davista.
Mr. Trendy. What's in your closet?
Let me see.
So I do a thing called Freaky Friday. Poll questions are crazy questions. They're not all coming from me, though. Are you married, but unhappily married? And if you were able to cheat without your significant other finding out, would you? That was one of my most viral questions ever, besides eating ass. And shout out to Sukiana. She got my favorite song, Eat a Nigga's Ass. Me personally, love to do it and get it done. But eating ass is a big thing right now. I just seen a clip the other day what was going on about men. What positions are you in when a woman is eating your ass? I mean, you could be on your knees, you could be on your stomach, you could be standing up, and girl, I don't even want to get. We gonna get into that.
As a man, what the position are you in physically as a man for a woman to lick your ass, brother? I can't think of one position you could be.
You could be like this. 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 I mean, you got options, brother.
Next week, maybe, or next episode, but always remember, eat that ass. Because if you don't, I'm going to do it. But it got to be clean. Oh, I'm so sorry, too. I forgot about my co-host. You okay? You're the best co-host ever. You don't have nothing to say. You don't cut me off. You just sitting there. You don't want to drink. You don't want to eat. I love you. I might just keep you as the main co-host. What y'all think? Shout out to my co-host. I ain't forget about you, bro. Are you being nasty and rude?
What's in your closet?
Let me see.
Talking fashion, sex, and drama. Let's spill tea.
Spill the tea. Ooh, let's get messy. Right here on your TV.
Okay.